All right. Welcome to Life as a Magic Mom. And I apologize for the lateness of this stream, but I've been experiencing some serious dog technical difficulties this morning. Normally, we are on at 10 a.m. every morning, and we come to have our coffee and talk a little bit about what's going on cosmically. Right now, we don't have a lot going on that's new. We're still going through the motions of what we have been trying to float through for the last few weeks. There's a lot of us trying to figure out what we want to do with our lives, how we want to do it, and what and who really matters. There's been a lot of emotional purging going on, which honestly I think most of us really needed. And there's also been a lot of really strong awakenings that have been happening too as well. So we're going to use quite a few decks today. I pulled out 4 just because, and we may even use a couple extras too, depending. Just because there isn't a lot going on astrologically that's new, so we don't really have a lot to talk about as far as the cosmic part goes. So we're going to see what comes through as far as the channeling and the tarot go. I apologize for my late. Let me see if I can get this to not be quite so blurry. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to use the Crystal Unicorn Tarot by Pamela Chen. Get that to focus. There we go. The sun's coming right in my window right now. So, and we're going to have the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valenza. The Wild Unknown by Kim Krantz. The Earth Magic Oracle deck by Stephen D. Farmer. And if we use any more, I'll let you know what those are as we do it. So I've already shuffled all of these off camera, but I'm just going to run through them really quick right now as I light this sage and we get this morning blessing started. So those of you who are just now joining us for these, thank you so much for showing up. And we're here every morning at 10 a.m. with a little bit of a cosmic message and a magic morning blessing. Oh, as I knock everything over. Gotta love live streams. Okay, so we are going to start with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, and I'm going to ask what the message is for today that it wishes to share with us. For the general collective, and all these messages are general. So looks like we got 2. Okay. And we'll get a couple now from the Wild Unknown deck. And if you are interested in personal readings at all, you can contact me via email or the chat function. And then we have one that came out for the Wild Unknown. Let's do the Deviant Moon. I'm just going to show the back of these ones because I love this deck. Okay. And let's get one from the Deviant Moon. Is trying to spill half the cards out, so let's try this again. The message for today, please. Thank you. That's a good one. Okay, it's got another one. There's another one in here. There it is, right there. Oh, and that was 2. Okay, and we'll get one more from, and that top card just flipped out or flipped over, and there we have it for the Earth Magic deck. Okay, so I actually, when I set the Deviant Moon Tarot down, I obviously didn't get the third card that was trying to pop out too, and the Empress card flipped up on top of that deck. So we're going to just leave that one there too as well, and we're going to use that as an overall message as far as a little bit more clarity. Okay, so the only deck or card that did not pop up face up was the one that came out for the Wild Unknown. So we're going to leave that one face down until the end. The first two cards that came out of the Unicorn Tarot were the Four of Wands, okay, and the Page of Cups, okay. So the Page of Cups is usually about receiving a message about some sort of emotional security or financial security, or something that gives us both of those things just by means of knowing that it's coming. And then the Four of Wands is about attaining the ultimate stability. So Four Wands are basically, as you can see in this card, it shows the two unicorns in the background, and they both have flowers, and they are standing between what looks like the 1111 portal too as well. So for those of you who are into the twin flames or the soul union aspects of our 144, this is the card that denotes that that gateway has opened, as well as us having attained that level of awakening. Okay, so we've reached the point now where we feel completely stable in where we are. Okay, and we feel like now we can take the next step without having to worry. Okay. Now, from the Deviant Moon, the Empress card was the one that popped up on the top, if you'll remember. And then we had the Page of Swords card. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards, because not only is this the one that he drew based on inspiration of his wife, who is a belly dancer, okay, but the Two of Pentacles shows us as having the ultimate balance. And when it pops out with the Four and the Page of Swords, it says that maybe that we had gotten some news recently that may not have been to our best, or to our best planning, or it may not have gone the way we wanted it to. And we wanted to go into a state where we are hoarding all of our assets. See how this man is running away with his coins from this supposed scary monster person. But really, that scary monster is really just that person's fear of what may happen because of what has happened in previous experiences that may have looked the same. But if you don't react the same as you did then the outcome will not be the same either. So I think that's what the Empress is trying to tell us, that if we do not drop ourselves down into that state of lack, then the things that we need will keep coming. But as soon as we drop ourselves down vibrationally to that level where we feel like there isn't enough, whether it be money, food, whatever, emotional security and whatnot, then we start to separate ourselves from source, and that's when we actually feel that lack. But if we can stay connected with our faith that everything's going to turn out the way that it needs to, then it's a lot easier to remember that we were given a promise that's going to be fulfilled with this coming new moon, which I believe is on, hold on, let me look, the 9th. So about 10 days from now, or 9 days from now. It's next, that would be not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday following that. So, and then it came out with Gaia Nurturing card, which really, you guys, there's more than enough for everyone. And we just have to remember that sometimes, no matter how scary it looks at the time, if we can remember that there's always enough to go around, then it's so much easier to remember the universe has our back, always. The only time it doesn't is when we say it doesn't. So let's see what our unflipped over card was from the Wild Unknown now, shall we? And we have another 4. So we have the 4 of Cups in this card. As you can see, this rat is very stable with 1 foot on each cup. This is the ultimate stability on 3 different levels, you guys. We pulled triple 4s in this reading today. I just noticed it. We have the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles are coins, and the 4 of Wands are rods. So, if any of you follow numerology, you know that triple 4s are the ultimate culmination of what we have called in via our manifestation skills. It's the universe saying, we have your back, and all you have to do is ask, and it is given. Something we often forget is realizing that before we even ask, we already have it. So we need to remember that we are this Empress. She is ultimately grounded, completely stable in her environment in every way. And all she wants, or I should say, all she desires, appears as if by magic. Because she knows it will. And ultimately, if we all harness that creative power in our lives, what can we all accomplish? So I think that's going to be it for today. And I'll see you later on around 5 o'clock for our reading of Conversations with God, book number 3 by Neil Donald Walsh. And then I will be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. for another edition of our Magic Morning Message. So, from me to each and every one of you, we love, appreciate, and support everything that you do. And if you ever need anything from me, you know how to find me. Bye now.